What is up? Garrett here again. This is business journal number 36. Uh, for those who don't know, I'm selling name brand products on Amazon through the online arbitrage method. It's pretty much just buying brand name products for a cheap discount and then reselling on Amazon for a higher price. I've been doing that, and then lately I've been also doing books and other media. So where like I pretty much can find it on eBay or Amazon itself, where I'm finding books that are just undervalued. Like these big conglomerate companies, like well, Goodwill's one of them, and then there's a couple other on there. They pretty much sell their books for next to nothing because I'm guessing they just have a huge stockpile of it. And they don't even look at what they could possibly make for the book. They're just like sell it, And I mean that's their business model. I'm sure they're probably getting the books for free somehow, and then just listing it and selling it. And that for that reason, I'm able to buy books like for $10 or less whenever they're actually worth 50, 60, 70 or higher. Um, and obviously, the higher it goes, the less or more you can buy it for. If it's selling for $100, it's I could buy a book for $30 and still make pretty good ROI on it. Um, what I've been kind of doing because lately I just been doing book sourcing. I haven't been doing any OA sourcing. I have a few products of OA that I will buy whenever it comes available, but they're what I've kind of been finding with how I'm doing it, I guess. I don't know if this is across the board or not, but how I've been doing it is been finding products that are, sold for like a site-wide sale and then just buying it there. But like OA products, traditional OA products, like brand name stuff, it's not like an everyday thing. It's I would, I'm much better off saving my money for whenever like these big deals come than buying a whole bunches right away. And then at least the products that I know are going to sell well. The but with books, it's every day. I could log on right now and find something to buy. So that's kind of I've been kind of doing that because my money's kind of tied up right now. I'm been paying off my debts. All last month, I paid off a whole bunch of debts, and then I got a debt. I got like $3,000, I believe, to pay off on the 15th of this month, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it. I'm on the third right now. I'm about like a grand underneath, I think, of that I need, maybe grand 500 that I need to in order to pay it off. But I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna be able to pull out another grand here in a couple days or so, um, and then be able to pay that off. And then after I get that paid off, I'll be sitting pretty for until February, and then I'll have some more debt I have to pay off then. But as long as I'm squared away for Q4 for the rest of Q4, I'll be pretty happy. And then once I get that debt paid off, and then I'll be able to buy a lot more pretty quickly. But I'm learning from my mistakes because I'm not gonna pull out any money until I know that I've got products to buy. Like I'm not gonna pull out any more loans or start another 0% APR card until I have 10 grand or however many the limit is I'll be able to get uh, to pay or to spend just like super fast within a week. That's what the plan is at least. You know, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So that is the plan. I'm right now. I'm pretty much just using the money I get from my I guess not really 9 to 5, but part-time job right now. My hourly job. Pretty much using all the money I get from that, just buying as many books as I can at the moment because it's pretty cheap. I don't have to spend $500 to get 10 units of something. With like traditional OA is. once my money gets right, once I get my debts paid off and everything, I'll be able to do that a lot more. Right now, I'm doing everything I can to learn accounting. I did. I read the accounting book, or sorry, the accounting game book, which is like it's like a workbook. It gives you really basic knowledge of how accounting works and stuff. And I'm delving deeper and deeper into it so I can understand my numbers a lot better. Because I know my numbers are off. I gotta figure out because I'm not categorizing my transactions correctly right now. I'm learning debits and credits right now. That's like a huge thing that I wasn't really understanding at first. I thought, when you debited something, I understand that on the balance sheet, you debit and then you credit one side. And my understanding, my thought process was, you subtract and you add, and you subtract and you add. But it's not that case, actually. You want it to balance. And if you subtract one side and add the other, you're not actually balancing. So what I'm understanding is one side's debiting and one side's crediting, but they're both going down. You know what I'm saying? Like cash. Say I spend money on cash for I don't know. Um, I don't know. Can't think of an example right now. Not the best at it, but I do know you spend money on cash, you get credited. So your your cash goes down, your assets go down, and then on the other side, I think you get debited, and then that also goes down to balance it out. Sorry for the horrible explanation. I'm not the best at accounting right now. I will be, but right now I'm learning. I do want to do a video on that accounting book, just kind of understanding it, but I just need to understand accounting a little bit more. So give me a little more time on that, and I'll make a video about that book and kind of like explaining how I am using it for my Amazon business and stuff. I did get a new book that I'm about to read, The Tax Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, the CPA. I went with this book because I want to kind of learn taxes a little more. Uh, First, I want to learn accounting, and then second, I want to learn taxes. And I went with this one because Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he like I don't know what "forwarded by" means, but if anybody knows, let me know in the comments. But Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and haven't read it. I've listened to it twice, and it's a great book. If anybody's like wanting is I would say if anybody is working a 9 to 5 and like wanting to get out of it and or if you're living paycheck to paycheck from I don't know, a salary or anything, any other type of job that you're just wanting to get out of and you're like how are people rich, read that book or listen to that book because it is life changing. It really is. It it made me start thinking about money completely differently, at least because it's just a book that it makes you it rewires the way you think, like the way schools taught you to think and stuff. Um, you know, Stand in line, do as you're told, and you'll be successful. It's not the case. You think it is save money. That's another one that a lot of people think is the way to get rich is you just save money, but it's not. It is not. You invest. You invest, or build a business, and that's how you get rich. Self-employment is a way as long as you're willing to step out of it, automate it, and then step out of it. Then you go from self-employed to business. Um, Anyways, you need to read that book to understand this all this. Um, but that's the reason why I chose this book next. I haven't started reading it. I'm super excited to start though. As soon as I get off here, I'm probably gonna read a couple pages, maybe chapters, um, and do another review on it on here. And I think that it's gonna help me tremendously. I'm definitely not at a point where I can um, I guess, use the tax system to my advantage yet. I will be, uh, but right now I just need to get my money right. going through all the numbers and doing the accounting stuff, I can just tell that I've been, making uh, uneducated decisions, I would say, and uneducated decisions on my money, like what I can purchase and stuff like that. I bought. I'm sure if anybody's watched any of my other videos, I'm sure you've heard me say that I purchased a course, and I don't think that I don't think that my business was quite ready for it. Um, and not to say that the course was a bad idea or anything. I think it was a great idea. I just wasn't a great choice at the time because I didn't have the capital to do it. Because really, in reality, whenever I did that, I realized that my inventory money, like what I can use to buy products, went way down, and it was like, oh, that's the money I was using. I was using my inventory. It, for anybody who's been in business, that probably sounds like a stupid thing to you, but for anybody who's trying to learn business and doesn't understand it, you have to set money aside for certain things, and I wasn't doing that. I was kind of lumping all my money together and being like, well, I got you know almost $20,000. I can afford to buy this course. But whenever I started breaking it down, learning this accounting stuff, once I started breaking it down, putting money in places to pay for things, I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of money actually. So, I'm learning, this is me going through the motions, journaling and learning this stuff. Hopefully here in 5 years I can watch this video and be like, you're stupid. And then I'll be, way better off. But, this is the time that I'm using to learn, and I'm doing it by doing and not just, I mean, you want to learn, obviously, take the time to learn, but don't just read a book and then not try to implement it. Read the book and then try to implement into what you're doing. If it's anything, if it's weight loss, or if it's business, if it's anything. If you're reading books, try to implement it right away. That way, it really solidifies in your mind that, like, oh man, this works. Don't just let it listen to things and read things and don't even act on anything, because then you're just analysis paralysis, as they call it. You never actually do anything. You're just learning and learning and learning. It's like, what's that gonna do? Be a doer, not just a learner. But anyways, that's about it for today, guys. I guess I'll go over my sales real quick. Been doing pretty good for this month. I've reduced a lot of my expenses, so it's not gonna a big chunk. My prep center got rid of it. Is not gonna go out. Um, Today I'm at $108 in sales and $9 profit. So I mean, not like huge, but it's only 12. Yesterday I was doing really good, and I don't know exactly what the Amazon fees just ate me up. Yeah, it was the referral fees. What is it? Um, the referral fee, the FBA per unit fulfillment fee. Those just super added up. And then on top of that, I got a refund. But with my seller board app, it's so weird. My seller board app, it's like I get refunded, and like if it's a defective product, when it gets refunded, they say, the customers get to choose and it's defective. Whenever it gets returned to Amazon, they just like assume that it's defective and send it back. When in reality, the customer is just choosing something to return it. Um, but this time, the refund deal didn't say that. It just said, unknown reason. And they said, then or seller board refunded my thing like it was unsellable product costs. And I'm like, so like my cost of goods sold, they just took that out. I was like, what the heck? It's probably going to come back and be sold again, but whatever. I'm just bitter about that because I would be in the positives. But yesterday I had $347 in sales and negative $13 in profit for the day. But overall, for the month, I'm at $825 in sales and $30 of net profit. Positive. Positive. I'm happy. We're only on the 3rd of this month of October. So, it's It's definitely not like huge or anything, but I'm just happy to be out of the negatives. I've got a couple of my expenses already paid for. Unfortunately, once my repricer Be Cool comes out, it's like $100 a month. Uh, Once that comes out, I'm going to be in the negatives tomorrow, unless I can get some sales today. But it is what it is. We're climbing my way out. But all right, this video has gone long enough. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.